Tonight, News Channel 5 Investigates reveals yet another secret recording showing how Tennessee lawmakers face pressure to send a lot of your tax dollars to private schools in our state. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. In the recording, you will hear, obtained by Chief Investigative reporter Phil Williams, you will hear how one group with virtually unlimited money to spend threatens a reluctant lawmaker that his job could be at stake if he doesn't vote for school vouchers.
Phil is with us now. Phil, yet another example. You're revealing what's really happening behind the closed doors at Capitol Hill, right?
That's right. A couple of weeks ago, when school vouchers came up for a vote in a House committee, we had heard rumblings about threats coming from those big money groups pushing the legislation. Tonight, you're going to hear the evidence for yourself.
Okay, welcome everyone.
It was a critical vote for Tennessee Governor Bill Lee's school voucher bill, a hotly contested piece of legislation that would send taxpayer dollars to religious and other private schools across the state.
Let's let each portion of this bill stand on its own merit.
Here in a House committee, planted on the front row were lobbyists for Americans for Prosperity, a group originally funded by the billionaire Koch brothers that's now pushing school privatization across the country. For some, it was seen as a brazen display of political muscle by AFP Tennessee State Director Tori Venable and her team. You were right up front. Was that intended to send a message that we may come after you if you don't vote the right way?
Oh, I'm interested in the bill.
In your mind, was that coincidental?
No, intimidation tactic.
Republican Representative Todd Warner from Marshall County has found himself facing pressure from Americans for Prosperity, even though he says he promised his constituents he would not vote for vouchers.
And I give those teachers my word back then, those school administrators and parents, that I would not take money, support any legislation that may take money from our public school system. And I'm going to stand on my word.
Have you threatened members?
Not threatened, no, that's not my style. But sometimes people think I'm a little bossy, and, you know, it doesn't always come off as the best look for me.
So satanic schools, based on this legislation, would they be able to receive vouchers? And
just ahead of the debate, Tori Venable's Deputy Director Michael Lotfi had sent out a memo to legislators noting that some Texas lawmakers who had dared to vote against Americans for Prosperity and school vouchers no longer had jobs. Have you ever suggested that's a nice political career you have? It'd be a shame if something ever happened.
Not like that. But I did totally retweet Michael Lotfi when he was pointing out how it went down in Texas.
Has Americans for Prosperity threatened you?
Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Phil?
Well, I have a recording where you were talking to Americans for Prosperity and someone who was in the room with you recorded it. Can I play that for you?
Yeah, sure, Phil.
We're going all in on this. I can't protect you if you ain't on the right side of this.
Do what?
I said I can't protect you if you're not on the right side of this.
Well, I am not going to be for it, so I hope you don't come after me. And that was a threat.
You did take that as a threat.
I did absolutely take it as a threat.
I've heard complaints from members that they felt threatened by you.
I am a strong, independent woman with red hair. What can I say?
In fact, AFP has used its resources to send this mailer out to Warner's district asking, will your lawmakers stand for parents' rights? While a text message campaign claiming Warner is standing in the way of parental choice was blasted out by another group working with AFP.
You know, it basically sends a message that Todd Warner is not for school choice. Well, Todd Warner is for school choice, but I don't support taking money away from our public schools.
And just as we were finishing up the interview, we spotted a new ad attacking Warner.
He's working with radical liberals like the Tennessee Three.
This one paid for by the American Federation for Children, another school privatization group also funded by billionaires. You have billionaires behind you. Does that not skew the process?
I mean,
you have the Koch network. Come on.
I mean, I also have lots of Tennessee donors.
But you have billionaires behind you.
Well, I mean,
does that not skew the process?
Good ideas get funded and bad ideas don't. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Americans for Prosperity, they're backed by the Koch brothers network.
Billionaires.
So when you don't vote with Americans for Prosperity, you're risking billionaires coming after you.
It is definitely big money trying to control government. That is what, I mean, that's the best way I can explain it.
I feel very privileged to be associated here.
This follows another secret recording we had obtained in which a longtime school privatization advocate had boasted of targeting key lawmakers for defeat as a form of what he called public hangings to send a message to others.
When you go back into session, people are saying, you need to steer clear of these guys, just like you steer clear of the NRA, because they are clearly able to taking down people who leave the reservation, and they are much more of a threat than the school boards and the TDA.
Yeah, there's been some talk about the public hangings. Do members need to worry about that if they voted against it?
I think we're going to have to wait and see what the final bill is, right?
Ironically, in the call with Warner, Venable seemed to acknowledge that he usually voted with her side on most issues.
You are at the very bottom people that I would have to take out.
Yeah, I will agree on everything else, but I made this promise back. I will not support school vouchers.
I mean, I know for a fact that they're trying to primary me right now. I know for a fact. I've had people from my district call me and tell me that they are trying to find a primary opponent because I will not bow down to these school voucher lobbyists.
I think the message has been consistent across all groups again. We don't particularly align with Todd on this issue. And
Spring Hill Alderman Matt Fitterer confirmed that a couple of school choice groups have unsuccessfully tried to draft him, promising that if he would run against Warner, they would come up with the big money to try to help defeat the Republican incumbent.
Several groups have strongly suggested that there would be plenty of resources available to run a competitive campaign.
More than $100,000?
I think we're seeing races that are up to $250 now.
Yes, Representative Haston. Yes. Haston votes yes.
But when the votes were counted in this committee,
Representative Warner.
No.
Warner votes no.
Warner stood up to Americans for Prosperity, as well as House Republican leadership, who seemed determined to ram the school voucher bill through this session of the legislature.
You are voting the way you think your district wants you to vote.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like Speaker Sexton and Republican leadership is standing with you?
Well, let me tell you, Phil, I'm not leadership's and I didn't come down here to vote for leadership. I came down here to represent the people of the 92nd District and the people of this great state. I'm not going to fall to my knees to stand for leadership. I'm not going to do it.
Of course, that bill still had the votes to pass out of that committee. Matt Fitterer tells me that he decided not to run against Representative Warner in the Republican primary this year because he thinks Warner's position on school vouchers is the one favored by his district. Still, we're being told that now that this bill has moved to the House Finance Committee, Republicans there are facing the same sort of high-pressure campaign from Americans for Prosperity and other groups to vote for the bill.
Back to Tori Venable. She didn't want to seem to admit that having all these very wealthy people in groups kind of use unlimited money to try to get their way, that either side, it's just bad for our system, right?
Yeah, her rather simplistic solution was, well, it's just up to the other side to find the big money to finance their ideas.
And there's a lot of big money out there.
There's a tremendous amount.
Thank you, Phil.